Hello and welcome to this presentation. Today we'll be doing an overview of Proteus CMMS Mobile, which is the companion app to Proteus CMMS. What we're looking at here is the main screen that you would see after logging into the app from your phone or other mobile device. Currently, the mobile app is supported on Android, iOS, and Windows 10. The app is fully configurable to meet your needs. Whether you wish some groups to see work orders, for example, or others to see service request, all of that is configurable within Proteus MMX. The app allows the general user in the field to create work orders, issue service requests for repairs, edit assets or add assets, and search various parameters using barcodes, such as scanning a part to see inventory levels. Let's have a look at these areas and see what we can. Let's have a look at these areas. Work orders will be the primary area that most people focus on when using the app. Using the app, I can create new work orders, edit existing work orders, and complete work orders. The first thing you'll notice is a general overview of each work order, separated by these bars. This overview gives you a snapshot of what the work order will entail, as well as the due date and whether or not it's been completed, as indicated by the green check mark. If we take a look at the work order itself, here we see more details related to that work order specifically. The first thing you'll notice is the main description, which is a searchable one-line description, the activation date, and completion date, which is blank. Currently, the due date of this work order is April 9th, and the work was started on April 5th. The location hierarchy describes where exactly this asset exists. In this case, factory production line 4, the asset is a bottle filler. Supervisor indicates the supervisor of this asset, Joe Lombardo. And below that, we have other various options that you may or may not elect to use. For example, requester. A requester provides a list of predefined requesters that you can set up in advance. Alternately, you can also manually type in the requester name, phone, and email address below. All of these fields are configurable within Proteus MMX to be shown or not shown at the behest of the administrator of the program. If we take a look to the right, we have tasks and labor, which allows you to edit the tasks required to complete this job. As mentioned, this is a previously scheduled preventive maintenance work order. Scratch that last part. This is a previously scheduled preventive maintenance work order, in that all of the tasks required to complete the work order are defined before it becomes active. Hence why this is grayed out. The technician, once completing the task, would enter their completion date here. They would also enter the number of hours and minutes to which they worked on that task. They also have the option of using timer-based hour capture. So the technician can start and stop this timer based on when he was actually working on that particular task. And that provides a much more accurate way of recording the time associated with this work order. You can have as many tasks as you want on a single work order. When the work order is closed, the number of hours and minutes will be multiplied by that worker's hourly rate for this particular task, and that then becomes part of the asset cost history on the item being repaired. We also have an inspection function within Proteus MMX. This allows you to create a different type of work order called an inspection. This allows you to create specific items that need to be either checked or This allows you to create a specific list of items that need to be addressed with either a yes/no answer, a range of values, or several other options. So in that way, it's different than tasks. The technician has to actively answer these questions before the work order can be closed. This tab is currently disabled on this work order because it is not an inspection. The parts function allows you to add, delete, or modify quantities of materials required to complete this work. For example, if I wish to add a new part to this job, click Add Stockroom Parts, and simply choose the part from a list. Enter the quantity required, the quantity allocated, and that is immediately saved to this work order. When the work order is closed, the quantity of 5 bearings will be removed. Same with wheel and housing. The Tools tab allows you to add whatever tools might be required to do this job. In this case, there's no particular requirement for any tools. And the Attachments tab lets you attach a picture to this work order. So if the technician notices something is out of order that needs to be addressed, they can take a picture of that or take a before and after picture when the work is done. Going back to the main page, let's have a look at closed work orders. You'll notice there's nothing appearing in this list. The order of operation for using this function is to either type in or scan one of these values and then search by that. For example, if I wanted to see a closed work order for a particular asset, I could type the asset number here or alternately scan the barcode or QR code associated to that asset. And it's the same idea for all of these other options. It's a way of filtering the list of closed work orders so we're not seeing everything within your closed work order listing. Over time, closed work orders can grow to be a very, very large amount. So you're not going to want to look at every single one of those at the same time. Inventory transaction allows you to do various things within your parts stockroom inventory. So let's have a look at that. What you'll see here is a stockroom. Stockrooms are used to contain the various quantities of parts that we distribute through work orders and other means, and allows you to track the quantities and levels of the parts that you have on hand. By clicking the stockroom, I see the various parts in this particular stockroom, in this case 3. And what I can do here is click on these parts and either update the quantity or change the quantity completely. And that depends upon the transaction type. The add transaction will add quantities, the subtract transaction will remove quantities, and the replace transaction will replace the current value of parts with the number that you enter. So for example, in this case I have 95 parts. Instead of subtracting or adding to the quantity that I want, I can simply type in a number